The specific event that triggered the outbreak of World War II in Europe was the German invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939. Adolf Hitler, as the leader of Nazi Germany, played a central role in this event. Hitler's expansionist policies and territorial ambitions, outlined in his book Mein Kampf, aimed to establish German dominance over Europe. He sought to create a greater Germany by reclaiming territories lost after World War I and expanding German influence. In 1938, Hitler successfully annexed Austria into Germany, a process known as the Anschluss. This violated the terms of the Treaty of Versailles, which had placed restrictions on German territorial expansion. The international response to this act was limited, as many believed that the German-speaking population of Austria desired the Union. Emboldened by this success, Hitler turned his attention to the Sudetenland, a region of Czechoslovakia with a predominantly German population. Exploiting ethnic tensions and promoting German nationalism, Hitler demanded the annexation of the Sudetenland. In the Munich Agreement of September 1938, Britain, France, Italy, and Germany agreed to the transfer of the Sudetenland to Germany, effectively appeasing Hitler's demands. However, Hitler's ambitions did not end there. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland, claiming a need to protect the German minority in Poland and citing alleged Polish aggression. This invasion violated international agreements and was the direct cause of the outbreak of war. Britain and France, honoring their commitments to Poland, declared war on Germany in response. Hitler's involvement in the invasion of Poland and his aggressive expansionist policies set the stage for World War II in Europe. The subsequent years witnessed further German conquest and invasions as Hitler sought to establish German hegemony, resulting in a devastating conflict that engulfed the world. Hitler's expansionist policies, particularly the annexation of Austria and the Sudetenland, played a significant role in contributing to the start of World War II. These actions heightened tensions and disrupted the delicate balance of power in Europe, ultimately leading to armed conflict. Here's how they contributed. 1. Annexation of Austria. Hitler's annexation of Austria in March 1938 violated the Treaty of Versailles, which had imposed restrictions on German territorial expansion after World War I. The Anschluss not only violated international agreements but also weakened the independence of Austria. This aggressive move by Hitler demonstrated his determination to pursue territorial expansion and unite all German-speaking populations under Nazi rule. 2. Sudeten Crisis and Munich Agreement. The Sudetenland, a region in Czechoslovakia, had a substantial German-speaking population. Hitler used the issue of protecting ethnic Germans as a pretext to demand the annexation of the Sudetenland. The ensuing crisis led to the Munich Agreement in September 1938, where Britain, France, Italy, and Germany agreed to the transfer of the Sudetenland to Germany. This appeasement policy effectively gave in to Hitler's demands and undermined Czechoslovakia's sovereignty. 3. Erosion of collective security. Hitler's successful acquisition of Austria and the Sudetenland without facing significant international opposition eroded the collective security system established after World War I. The policy of appeasement by Britain and France in an attempt to avoid war only served to embolden Hitler and reinforce his belief that he could continue aggressive actions without severe consequences. 4. Violation of international agreements. The annexation of Austria and the demands for the Sudetenland directly violated international agreements and undermined the principles of the League of Nations, which aimed to prevent future conflicts. These actions highlighted Hitler's disregard for established treaties and his willingness to pursue his expansionist goals through force. 5. Heightened tensions and escalation. Hitler's territorial gains and expansionist policies created a sense of insecurity and fear among neighboring countries. The annexation of Austria and the Sudetenland raised concerns about the fate of other nations, particularly Poland. This atmosphere of increased tension, combined with Hitler's demonstrated aggression, ultimately led to the invasion of Poland in 1939, marking the official start of World War II. Hitler's invasion of Poland in 1939 prompted the declarations of war by Britain and France due to several key factors. 1. Violation of international agreements. Hitler's invasion of Poland violated the international agreements and treaties that had been put in place to maintain peace and territorial integrity after World War I. The invasion directly contravened the Treaty of Versailles and the Kellogg-Briand Pact, which aimed to renounce war as an instrument of national policy. 2. British and French commitments to Poland. Prior to the invasion, Britain and France had provided military guarantees to Poland, promising assistance in the event of an aggression against the country. These commitments were made to deter any potential aggression and were seen as a way to maintain the balance of power in Europe. 3. Failure of diplomatic efforts. Diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis peacefully failed. Despite numerous attempts by Britain and France to negotiate a peaceful resolution, Hitler's demands for the annexation of Polish territories, combined with his expansionist aims, made it clear that a peaceful settlement was unlikely. 4. Credibility and deterrence. Britain and France considered the invasion of Poland as a clear threat to their own security and the stability of Europe. Allowing Hitler to annex Poland without consequences would have undermined their credibility as guarantors of international order and emboldened further aggression. 5. Preservation of balance of power. Hitler's aggressive actions in Poland signaled his intent to redraw the map of Europe and challenge the existing balance of power. Britain and France recognized that if they did not act to stop Hitler's expansion, it would set a dangerous precedent, potentially leading to further invasions and destabilization of the continent.